What is going on, everybody? It is Aaron Tates and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be fixing something that got messed up on my Chevy. It actually happened probably closer to a month ago. I've just been putting it off because I haven't felt like doing it. I've been enjoying doing all the work on the Ford and really just haven't felt like doing this, but I need to do it. I need to rotate my tires today. So let me show you what I'm talking about. This right here is the wheel light off of the passenger rear side of the truck, and it actually came off and melted on the brake rotor and axle. And when it did that, it tore the wire on it, and of course now it doesn't work. So I got a new one shipped out, and actually I'm going to be fixing some of my wheel lights. Originally I wanted the big band to be close to the wheel because I thought, you know, maybe that'd make the lights a little bit brighter. If it's closer to the wheel, it's going to reflect more. But I don't really like the way it looks. I love the clean look of it being almost flush with the rotor. So since I have to rotate my tires today anyways, I figured why not go around and fix every single one and make it the way I want it. And what a better way to do it than show you guys how I'm doing it, because I know I got a lot of responses off my wheel light video and a lot of you guys had more questions, so I'll do a little bit more in depth today. One thing I like to do every single time I rotate my tires, or for whatever reason I'm jacking my truck up, whether it be to install wheel lights, to replace something, I always like to check all my ball joints, my tie rods. And you can simply do that just by grabbing the tire from the top, the bottom, the sides, shake it back and forth, shake the top up and down. Normally, if you have play up and down, it's either your ball joints or your wheel hub. If you have side to side play, it's normally inner or outer tie rods. But it's always a good thing to check and make sure every single time you jack your truck up, because it takes literally 2-3 minutes, and that could save you from a broken ball joint or a wheel hub coming apart and potentially taking your life or totaling your vehicle. But the biggest factor is taking your life. So anytime you have a vehicle jacked up, you've got your wheels and tires off the ground. Alright everybody, as you can tell, all of the wheels and tires are off. Now when I get my wheels and tires off, since I have forces, you should do this with any wheels, but I polish the back sides of my wheels. Anytime you take your rims and tires off, I believe you should wash the back side of them. That's not something that normally gets washed too well, and if it goes too long without being done, it'll basically ruin your wheels. Now if we take a look at our wheel lights, I can show you guys kind of what I'm talking about by wanting them closer to the rotor. So as you can see, there's probably a 2-inch gap in between the rotor and the aluminum band that the wheel light is secured to. What I want to do is lessen that gap, close it a little bit more. I want it more flush with the rotor. For whatever reason, I thought this would look better in the beginning, and I must say I'm wrong. I love the look of trucks with the wheel lights that are basically flush with the rotor and the brake caliper all the way around. I think it's a lot cleaner look. I think it just looks better in the long run, and I feel like there's a lot more light output that way. So now I have to go around and fix this on all of them. Really all you have to do is take off your mounting tabs again and of course shorten them, because this is sticking out about 2 inches. You want it to be a little bit closer than that, and you'll probably have to re-screw your tab or your aluminum tab, because as you can tell it's screwed together right here, so it's at that length. So you'll probably have to take that out and move it down some just to make it a little bit closer. And then here is another problem. My wheel band actually broke on this side. It completely broke off of the tab. Well, this is where the screw is at, and it broke, so it came off this tab. So it's just been flopping back and forth, which is not good, but luckily we can fix this. Since we are shortening this, we will be pulling this closer. So we'll just screw this one to this tab and get it all fixed up, and we won't have it flopping around anymore. And like stated earlier, this is the one that is already off. This is the one it came off of, and I just went ahead and took the whole aluminum band off. Actually, the aluminum band came loose from one of the screws, backed all the way out, and that's what caused it to come off, and that's what caused it to ruin my wheel light. Not too happy about that, but can't really do much about it. I Didn't plan on having a screw back out or an aluminum band snap up here. And as you know, and if you're new here, these are Lighting Trends wheel lights. This is nothing to do with Lighting Trends. This is not because of their product. The wheel band snapping, that would happen with anything. It's just aluminum. It can snap. It got probably stressed or something, and it just broke over time. Make anyone think that this is the company's wheel lights that are trash or anything. I absolutely love these wheel lights. They're the brightest wheel lights I've found, and I've got the Flow Series double row, and they're insanely bright, guys. I have not seen other wheel lights brighter than these. And I don't want you guys to think I'm bashing the company at all by my wheel lights getting messed up. I have had problems with LEDs going out in the strips, but Lighting Trends has been nice enough to send me a wheel light replacement every single time. So nothing against Lighting Trends at all. Great company. I highly suggest them. And if you're looking for wheel lights, I strongly suggest picking up a set from Lighting Trends. This is not a paid promotion or anything, just my experience. If I like something, I'm going to tell you guys. I'm not gonna get a sponsorship from some company that I don't like and recommend it to you guys. If I recommend it, because I think that it is worth the money. I think it's worth your time. I'm not going to recommend you anything that is not worth it. Well guys, this video just had a halt put on it. I was taking off all the strips and I was like, you know what? I'm going to turn them on. I want to make sure they all work when I take them off. I don't want to bend one the wrong way and it ruin the LEDs and me have to do this whole video and figure it out at the end that I messed one of them up. So I'm taking each one off. Remember, I only have 3 now. There's already one taken off on the back side as it melted. So I've got these 2 on. Everything's working fine. This one down here just has 3 little dead LEDs at the very end. I'm perfectly fine with that. This one's great. And then we get to the one that had the broken aluminum band. And let's slowly turn. And wow, look, it's all cut up because Aaron wanted to see if he could try and fix it. But right where this aluminum band is broken, this strip right here was completely melted. So I tried cutting this and getting the dead section of this one and just seeing if I could maybe like solder them together, but there's so much like silicone and stuff on the inside of these that they use to keep them watertight that would not be possible. So it looks like I have to order another strip and make you guys wait. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and take this band off, and I think I'm just going to order a new band replacement instead of trying to make this broken one work. I'll just order a new one when I order my strip, and I guess I'll continue this video when those come in. Alright everybody, we are back. It has been about 3 weeks since the last time I saw you guys. We got the new wheel light strip, and I already got one of them put on. I'm going to go ahead and put 3 of them on and just show you guys doing the 4th one. But I want to go ahead and show you, this is the side that the ring itself split in half and melted the light strip. And I've already got it put back on with the new light strip. Got it mounted up, and I got a lot of the tabs lowered, and it's no longer sticking up as high as it was. I'll do a little bit before and after, but let me go ahead and show you guys. So if you remember, these tabs right here used to be all the way kind of about here, about 2 inches higher, and they were on the bottom of the bracket. I moved them to the top to give me a little bit more nut clearance on the bottom of that nut. This is the new light. I've got it put on. Got a lot of stuff trimmed off of this. Like I said, it's not as big. It's a little bit sturdier now. I have wobble down here, as you guys can tell, but I absolutely have nowhere I can mount this, and that's kind of one of the things I don't like about wheel lights. Is I feel like it'd be a little bit smarter to have something that kind of went down, maybe behind the rotor, something like that. There's a lot of vehicles, they don't have a very big dust shield. The wheel in the back, I have a dust shield that goes almost all the way around. You can mount it up here and down there and to the side. That's what I did in the back. But up front, my dust shield goes from here to here. And I mean, I can mount it in between, but that's not going to stop this side from moving. So not much I can do there, but I wanted to show you guys. This was the one that was broken right here and melted right here. I got it fixed, I got it put on, but now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do those other 3, and then we'll jump back and do that one on camera. That way, if you guys haven't watched my wheel light install video, you can watch me do this and get a little bit better understanding, because I don't think I went in as in depth. So this video took another turn that I didn't want it to take, but it is 2 days later, and I'll replay the clip earlier of me recommending lighting trends. This is nothing to do with lighting trends. This is not because of their products. I absolutely love these wheel lights. I have had problems with LEDs going out in the strips, but lighting trends has been nice enough to send me a wheel light replacement every single time. Great company. I highly suggest them. Great company. I highly suggest them. And nothing bad against the company or anything like that, but I'm not going to recommend them to you. If you guys have been watching me for any amount of time, I only recommend products that I believe in, that the company is great customer service, great products, they stand behind their products. If they're like that, I will stand behind them and I will recommend them to you, because my whole goal is to recommend the best products to you guys that I have used and I recommend. I don't want to be bought or anything like that. I don't want a company to send me something and I'm like, oh, this was free, they paid me to say this, or anything like that. I don't want to be like that. I would rather not make any money from anybody and only recommend you guys things that I truly believe in. I just want to be like that. I want to be straight through. I want you guys to trust every single thing I say. And if a company does not stand behind their product, I'm going to let you know. And Lighting Trends did that. This driver front wheel light right here, I have footage of when I was testing all the wheel lights. This is one of the lights, and it worked fine then. Nothing had hit it, anything. I had them sitting on my porch waiting for the new lights to come in. I had taken them all off when I was waiting for the new lights to come in, because if you remember, the one up front was melted and I had to order another one. So while I was waiting on that, the rest were sitting on the porch. The other night, right after I talked to you guys, it had gotten dark and I couldn't record anything to actually show you guys because you guys couldn't really see it. I put this wheel light on right here and half of it was not working, and I was like, you know, what the heck? And something like that had kind of happened in the past, and I just moved the light a little bit and it started working. Well, that's what this did. And I'll throw up a clip on my iPhone, which is what I sent to Lighting Trends. It's in portrait mode, so I apologize, but as you guys saw, I kept pressing on the light and it would stop working, and I sent that to Lighting Trends and was like, alright, what the heck? This is my fourth strip that I've had a problem with. Now, not to mention, when I very first got my wheel lights, out of the 4 strips they sent me, one of them did that same exact thing. Brand new. Did that. I thought, you know, things happen, whatever. They sent me another one. Well, a couple months later, the one in the back came off and melted. That was my fault. I got a new one. Then the one up front, the band broke and melted. I had no control over that. I didn't think the band would break, and I mean, stuff happens, whatever, but the wheel light melted. I got another one, and then boom, fourth one, light just randomly stops working. And I told them that, like, look, I am tired of this. I try to stand behind you guys. I try to recommend you guys on YouTube, Instagram, everything. What can we do about this to stop this from happening? They're like, well, this isn't a common problem. We don't know what's causing this. And then in the end, they basically told me that it was my fault, that I probably hit something, and that's why it broke. And if you guys know me, I take very good care of my vehicles. I don't take my vehicles off-road. I wash my trucks every single week. They only drive on pavement. I don't beat them, anything. And then you're going to tell me that I hit something and I broke it? Now, I understand, like, if someone hit something bouncing down the road, something like that. A rock chip should not do that. If my wrap can withstand a rock chip, your wheel light should be able to withstand a rock chip, or else you shouldn't be selling them on vehicles. So I gave them the opportunity to fix their wrong and make it right, and they did not. And that is why I'm going to tell you guys now, I do not recommend Lighting Trends. I will be looking for another company to do my wheel lights through. I will be looking for another company to build headlights through, because I use all their Halo kits to build headlights for people. I'll be looking for another company to do that. Because if you're not going to stand behind your product and back it with great customer service, I'm not going to stand behind you and recommend you to you guys, because I want you guys to trust me. And if I can't stand behind something, I don't trust them, and I don't expect you to trust them. So I apologize. The video had to end like this, but you guys saw the footage of the wheel light, me pressing on it and it not working. And it's really frustrating because, I mean, within 2 weeks of it sitting on my porch, it did that, and I didn't have them wound up in a ball, anything like that. But I apologize, guys. I did not want it to end this way, Unfortunately it did, and there's not anything I can do about it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video that was kind of all over the place. Again, I apologize, but I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.